Good morning, y'all. It is May 30th and it is about 12 p.m. right now. I just finished doing my my planning for the day. Got some emails done. Was supposed to do some work to the website and edit a video. However, I got distracted by Animal Crossing. I started playing it around the time of my first surgery, so I'm just gonna finish that up a little bit later after an update. Miss Millie is here. She's cute as always, but I am going to make lunch now. I just had my lean shake for breakfast at about like 9 o'clock. I'm gonna make some lunch. Yesterday my husband and I went to the mall. We went to one of my favorite bakeries in Ala Mall, which is called Le Pomme d'Or. Anyways, they have whole wheat croissants, so I bought whatever they had left. So they had in total 3, so I bought them all. I tried one yesterday and it was delicious, so I'm going to actually make a egg salad sandwich. So the egg salad is more inspired by the Japanese egg sandos that you can buy at convenience stores. I personally think that I had perfected my recipe. However, eggs are different in Japan, so they're not as creamy, but it's still, in my opinion, it still pretty much checks off all the boxes for me, especially when I crave it. So I am just gonna continue petting this little baby, and I'm gonna get lunch ready. And then I'm gonna finish editing a video for Saturday. My video for Wednesday tomorrow is already scheduled and ready to go, but not Saturdays. Yeah. I will check back. I did this over the weekend, but I'll check back with you guys later. It is now lunchtime, and I finished my egg sando with a whole wheat croissant. Don't mind the paper plate again. I'm just so lazy to do dishes. But I also added in some paprika and some power greens in the mix as well. But I haven't made this in a while, so let's try it. I love the texture that the greens give to it, because otherwise it's usually just a mushy sandwich. And I like how the whole wheat just also gives it more texture. Y'all, I forgot to set up this air fryer that I bought like not months ago, probably like a couple months ago. I wanted to replace our old air fryer because that old air fryer was literally from when air fryers were first a thing. So it takes forever, clunky. So we got a Ninja air fryer, which is a little bit smaller than the other one that we have here. I'm busting it out today because I have some salmon that has been defrosting and I need to use it, so I figured I'm just gonna do something. I'm gonna make my salmon now. So even the, I don't know what you call this, the insert is circular. The one that we have currently is more boxy. So hopefully This is also easier to clean as well. I'm gonna make some Furikake salmon. So I put together the new air fryer. So I had some salmon defrosting. So I'm having another lunch because I had that egg salad sandwich today. So I just did a Furikake salmon. I have a couple kiwis and some brown rice for lunch. Good morning, you guys. So today is the 3rd of June and it is a Saturday today. I just finished doing all my morning routine things. I did my morning beauty routine. I fed Millie as well, and because of that, I had to wash dishes. Last night, I stayed up till almost 4 o'clock in the morning because I actually was filming a couple videos, and because one of my videos is so long that and then my battery kept dying, so I had to charge it for a little bit. Why I didn't use this camera that I'm using right now, I have no idea, because I have 2 batteries for it, so I should have used this. However, it was just so long and tedious for me to charge and then redo the video, charge and then redo the video, that it ended up being that long. And then to put everything away, it took even longer. So and then I usually wake up at about 9 so I can get ready and then feed Millie. So this morning has already started off on a honestly, it started off pretty well. I don't feel tired. I haven't eaten or drank my lean shake or anything today quite yet. I just settled down. I am just gonna plan for a little bit. I have my pre-op appointment at the hospital on Monday. So I think that also, because I've been sleeping really late, and honestly, I really think it's because as I'm getting closer to my surgery, I mean, yes, I've already been through one, and you'd think that it'd be something that you'd be used to, like, for example, riding on rides. After the first one, you're a little bit scared, but then, the more that you do it, the more used to it. But I don't want to get used to getting surgeries. So with that said, I am a little nervous. I mean, as you should be, because nothing becomes more real until you sign, the paperwork that says, this could happen, this is the procedure you're getting, this could happen, and then ultimately the very last thing you sign off and it says it on there is death. So, I would love to lie to you and say that I'm not afraid of it, but we're always a little bit scared. It doesn't matter where you find yourself being scared about it. It always will hit, and it doesn't, just a little bit or just a lot. So I'm kind of a que sera kind of gal. However, I don't want to pass. I want to stay with my husband and Millie for as long as possible. And I want to be around to see Millie get more siblings. And, I want to see, my husband be a silver fox and all of that stuff. So, unless that's happening in the next few days, which it's not, I would rather prefer to stay around. And I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but the day, maybe I think on my close friends list. So the day of my first surgery, so I do have a vehicle that I took, which is from my parents, and it is a Toyota 4Runner. That used to be my parents' car, so now I drive that SUV. And I don't drive it that often. I drive it once every while. If anything, my husband drives it more just because you should be rotating cars. So, you know, the battery doesn't die, everything runs and everything. So that day of the surgery, we were taking the 4Runner. My husband was going to take me to the hospital in the 4Runner and drop me off. And this was technically my mom's car, but my mom doesn't really drive, so my dad drove it a lot. So when we got to the car, I was almost late for my surgery because the car battery died. And it was weeks, maybe months, even coming to that day. Yes, we've had battery issues, and it was my fault because I didn't know I left the inside light on. So it was on for hours. So we have like a rechargeable battery. So it was working, and you know, it was working this whole time. And then the morning of the surgery, that's when it tends to act up. My other car, the Supra, was in the garage. Can't get it out because the 4Runner is dead in front of the garage. Luckily, we did have the Lexus that was parked on the side, so we were able to take that. However, during that time frame where the battery had died, like, we couldn't jump start it either, and we're talking about hooking up to the Lexus and jump starting it. Didn't even work. And then I was like, oh shoot, I forgot my surgical paperwork. So I had to go back into the house. I came back and I dropped my surgical paperwork, and where did it land? Directly underneath the 4Runner. So I'm like, okay, what the heck? Go and I grab it, and then now we're moving everything from the 4Runner to the Lexus, because now we have to take the Lexus. I grab my husband's AirPods, I drop it, and where does it land? Underneath the 4Runner. Okay. My husband drops me off at the hospital. He's driving back, and what happens? He uses the windshield wipers, and one of them flew off. So one of the funny things about that is my dad is very much a jokester. That's where I get it from. It's from my dad. And so when I had mentioned it on my friends only on my Instagram, for close friends, my cousins who grew up with me, pretty much they're like siblings of mine because we grew up together. She was like, that is so your dad. And they wanted to let me know that, you know, that's their kind of way of showing you that they're there with you. So I hope they're there with me on my next surgery. Even though this surgery is not supposed to be as big as the first one. But to know that they're watching over me is fantastic. Unfortunately, in the last few years, I did have a lot of people in my life who had passed. So it is good to know that hopefully, I want to say hopefully, that they are definitely in a better place. They are no longer hurting. But I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready for me to be that spirit that's okay. I want that to be decades from now. But that's just my little story for today. Again, I'm going to continue to plan out the rest of my day and for next week. Don't know if we're doing anything today. I really wanted to go to Ala Moana Mall because Levi'S had reopened in the mall, and this is supposed to be a boutique Levi'S, so they should have different things than you would find in like your traditional outlet or department store. This should be more higher end of Levi'S, so I did want to go check that out today. Hopefully my husband's up for it. He is working.
You should've loved me better. You blew me off, I blew this money on some new Margiela. You should've loved me better. I'll make it rain on all these pussies despite any weather. And I'm gon' get your ass back, I got a new vendetta. Pull up outside of LAX in a Porsche. She sound like a motherfucking stampede from all these goddamn farces. a little Eddie and take a few shots like I keep me little Taurus. They ain't no selling on top of this bitch, so now low, really gon' floor it. I know the pussy be hating, I know he envying me. Got this bitch legs all shaking, I know she in love with me. You know I'm way too selfish, R.I.P. Penny. I want you all to myself, hold stay on D&D. Don't speak, shh, for me, eyes on me. Know you won't be my team, like keep a little blade tucked away my jeans. Shooting on tape, you won't be my scene. Shorty love rap, but I made a big scene. She don't love me, she in love with my bling. You should've loved me better. You blew me off, I blew this money on some new Jello. You should've loved me better. I'll make it rain on all these pussies despite any weather. And I'm gon' get your ass back, I got a new vendetta. Sniffing yaya and it hurts. I don't sip bourbon anymore cause that shit hurts. I don't trust nobody no more cause that shit hurts. I don't love nobody no more cause that shit burns.
Hi guys, good evening. It is May the 5th. I finally settled down for the day. I actually had a pre-op surgery appointment today, and I just been out since. So I finally settled a few hours ago. My husband and I just had dinner at Doraku. I had Doraku before. However, when I used to go to Doraku, I could eat rice. So this time I tried some of their items that were like appetizers, which I've never had from them before. And I even tried a riceless roll. It was okay. If you're not there to just eat sushi, I don't think I'd recommend it. Like, I'm not a fan really of appetizers that they have there. It was okay. A little bland in my opinion. And their no rice sushi roll was a little bit too heavy for me. Even though there was no rice, I felt like there was no rice balance. And then I tried one of my husband's crispy rice spicy ahi tuna. The spicy ahi was okay, but the crispy rice was really good. Or I don't know if I just thought it was really good because I don't really eat rice. So that's like some of the first white rice I've had in a while. Like, I've had a little bit before, but just not that interested anymore. But home now. The one thing that I did want to do today was go to the new Levi's store that had opened up in Ala Moana. My husband got to re-up on some of his shorts that he likes, just because the Levi's at the mall, we were looking forward to it because it's supposed to be more specialty. So they have like Levi's made and crafted. Don't mind Miss Millie, she's chewing on her tendon stick, so she's making like these chomping noises. And I was also able to get a made and crafted pair of jeans as well, with Japanese materials, which I'll probably post in a different video. Maybe I'll do a try on haul because there are a few clothing pieces that I haven't really talked about quite yet. And I hope this footage is okay because I am filming it on my GoPro, so I'm not too sure how it's looking like right now. I know the GoPro has amazing footage, so hopefully everything looks good. But otherwise, today we just ran some errands, and tomorrow I find out what time my surgery is for Wednesday, and hopefully everything goes well, and I recover fast and quickly, and I just hope there's no hiccups or anything. But guys, that will probably end this vlog. I always appreciate you guys for checking me out. I pre-filmed some videos. Hopefully it is okay and that I have videos still lined up for Wednesday and Saturday even when I'm recovering. But always, guys, you guys are always the Ellest. Thank you so much for the get well wishes. I appreciate you all. Here's a little heart. Good night. Bye.